Are we entering into a new age? Is this the beginning of womb-to-tomb algorithms? Algorithms today sift through our resumes. Algorithms scrutinize our job interviews, are also part of our annual performance reviews and raises, weigh in on promotions, layoffs, and firings. In short, these days, algorithms are part of our entire work lives, womb-to-tomb algorithms. What's it all mean for robotics careers and staffing at tech companies in general? Are hiring algorithms mistakenly rejecting certain men, women, and physically handicapped, or even those living in undesirable zip codes, from participation in robotics careers? A new report from Harvard Business School hints at a broken hiring system, one where software is mistakenly rejecting millions of viable job candidates. And just this week, IBM researchers are saying algorithmic bias is a widely acknowledged problem. Unfair human assumptions and judgments are often encoded into algorithms that result in unfair targeting of certain groups. Collectively, they are known as Automated Employment Decision Tools, or AEDTs. New York City is cracking down on these algorithms that result in unfair targeting of certain groups. Other states and municipalities, indeed other countries, are watching closely what is going on in New York City. Some are even taking action on their own. It's all in response to what is coming to be known as the rise of womb-to-tomb algorithms. The question to be fairly resolved: can machine learning, statistical modeling, and data analytics combine to fairly screen job applicants? Are those taking annual job reviews? Are those to be considered for a raise or a promotion? Or even those for a layoff, or worse, to be let go? It's a question that can haunt a worker for their entire working life. A recent Global Talent Trends survey of more than 7,300 human resource managers worldwide, conducted by asset management firm Mercer, found that the use of predictive analytics in hiring rose from 10% in 2016 to 39% by 2020. Some firms have already passed judgment on AEDTs. Amazon, for example, abandoned its AI recruitment software several years ago, after it was determined to be biased against women by not rating candidates for software developer and other technical positions in a gender-neutral way. The new law, passed by New York City Council in November, takes effect in January 1st, 2023. It bars employers and employment agencies from using AEDTs for the screening of job applicants or employee promotions unless those tools have been independently audited for bias no more than 1 year prior to its use. Thus, employers wishing to continue to begin using AEDTs next January should already be conducting their bias audits. A summary of that audit must be made publicly available on the company or employment agency's website. In addition, the law requires that employers or employment agencies provide notice to job candidates no less than 10 business days before using an AEDT that such a tool will be deployed for reviewing their application. That should make for a very nervous interview. As one of the most prestigious hiring addresses in the world, New York City's council has taken the challenge of AEDT seriously and quickly. With a population of 8.8 million, New York City is larger than 39 of America's 50 states. The city is the headquarters for 54 companies on the Fortune 500 list of America's largest corporations. According to the New York State Department of Labor, the city now employs a record high of 4.6 million workers, adding approximately 90,000 jobs a year. With hundreds of New York City robotics and automation companies listing thousands of potential jobs, it's easy to see the potential and hollowing out of the talent pool. As the report from the Harvard Business School suggests, hiring algorithms can mistakenly reject certain men, women, and the physically handicapped, and thus reject many who aspire to a career in robotics. When the ball in New York City's Times Square descends this coming New Year's Eve, a whole new hiring world will be put to the test on the first day of 2023. We sent Henry Leonard to take a close look at the ramifications of this new law and to report back his findings. Henry didn't go alone. Attorneys and workplace policy experts, Jim Peretti and Mike Latito from Littler, the world's largest employment and labor law practice, made it as a team effort. This is a very complicated issue. Algorithms have an inherent bias, said Peretti, but according to Peretti, the New York City Council's law is very vague as to what the bias audit is supposed to examine and how it is expected to account for all the potential jobs and job classes for which a company might hire in the upcoming year. It also does not explain how its findings are to be utilized and whether the AEDT must pass such an audit, and if so, what are the passing criteria? As explained by MIT Sloan School professor Danielle Lee, typical hiring algorithms are designed to solve a static production problem. They look at a historical data set of people who were previously selected in order to predict who will be a good hire from a pool of current applicants. As a result, she said, those algorithms often end up providing a leg up to people from groups who have traditionally been successful and grant fewer opportunities to minorities and women. It's easy to see how devastating biased algorithms could be to robotics hiring. See the link in the show notes for Henry's full article. And let's all keep a close eye on where this is all going. Isn't there enough bias in the world already?